Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Um, Bleach review. I know this is late. Because Wednesday, was the whole Captain America thing and everything, and couldn't get around to doing the Bleach review. So it's a little late, but do it anyway. Um, Also, I should mention that later today, you know, because Kentaro Miura has most likely came out today, got the rolls out for Berserk, new chapter. I figured I might as well get through because that guy he's messaging me about those two chapters of Kentaro's manga that he did before come back to Berserk. So I'll do that later today, just a little tidbit of that, and I'll upload that on the Times of Darkness channel. Get that in the way. Okay, this chapter, Bleach, 576. A good fight. A good fight. But there was obvious Kishimoto presence in this chapter. Now, I'm not going to bring it out, but the ending, yeah. You know? And even though there was the very end of this chapter, we got a name. We got a name for Genpachi's Shikai. So that's basically what happened towards the end of this chapter. Now, beginning part we have Grimmy saying to himself, right now I don't know what kind of expression I have, but my expression, if it was a good expression or not, it's weird. Why am I so, right now, why do I feel so, and then we go into the next couple of pages, and in the next page, he says fucking amazing. And it says Bleach 576, the killer's high, 2. And this fight has been going on for quite a while, and it's been picking up really big time. But the reason I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5, what happened in this chapter was kind of meh for me. For me, I found it meh towards the end, or give or take how you will. But I think that the very end saved it. What was happening towards the very end of this chapter. We basically got Kenpachi. He's going in. He brings up. I think what happened was it was a dome that Grimmy made to protect himself, and then out of the dome came these blades. So it's like a shield, and Kenpachi just sliced through it and everything, and destroys it, and he cuts him. And basically, it's like, oh, your tricks can't save you, or I can rip you right through steel. And then Kenpachi realizes he can't pull it back. And that's when he sees his hand smashing into him. And saying, and Grimmy's basically telling him it'd be useless even if you could cut right through it. And he destroys this arm thing that Grimmy made, comes out of it, cuts him. Now, here's the other reason why I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5. Grimmy says he imagined himself losing as one his phone. I'm like, huh? He actually said that. I'm like, how in God's green earth do you do that? How do you imagine yourself losing? I guess he felt like, I can't lose, can't believe I'm dying, I'm getting cut. I guess when he thought that, it went into being an imagination, and he almost died. And it just boggles me I want to say Kubo. Why do that? Why? I don't understand how he could have. It boggles my mind. It really does. But essentially, that's what happens. He gets cut here, and so on and so forth. And Zaraki's saying you were too late, and basically, what transpired was he's saying I took too long to notice. If I'm late on noticing, the heal will also be delayed, and that, and since defending and counterattacking will also be delayed. And basically, in that small window of delay, he will, without fail, strike again. And he gets cut a couple of times, Grimmy, and he's like, "This cannot be. This is a slice of blade. This bastard actually thinks he has a chance at defeating me. Is my losing to this guy actually a possibility? It can't be. It can't be. It can't be." And then he's like, and then Kenpachi stops, and he's like, "What is this shit? You suddenly stop resisting." And he's like, "Don't tell me you actually imagine yourself losing." And he's like, "I see. I almost imagine my own death into reality." I'm like, what? I'm sorry. I don't. That is like that. Listen, it's not that I hate this fight with Kenpachi. It's just I feel that Kubo isn't taking advantage, full advantage of this ability, imagining anything out of nothing. I'm sorry, I don't think he's taking full advantage. And that is my problem with this fight, to a certain extent. Because it's like, I'm like, you could. Like, in the end of this chapter, I think to myself, you know what? Why couldn't you have done something even grander than that? Why couldn't you? Hell, if I was this kid, you know what I'd imagine? I'd imagine a disease that has no cure whatsoever. And I give that disease to Kenpachi. You do something like that. Or be inventive, man. Yeah. And just the fact is, he imagined himself losing. I'm like, he imagined his own death. I'm like, really? Well, so basically after that whole spiel, he's basically thanking Kenpachi. Thanks to your little speech, I was now able to erase my image of my own death. And he's basically saying, you regret giving me the second chance. And Kenpachi's like, I regret it ain't in my vocabulary. And that's when we now have... Oh, wow, Kubo decides to do a shadow clone. Real good job there. Well, that's what he does, well, essentially. But not really a shadow clone. Basically, what happens is Grimmy creates a clone of himself. But it's not really a clone. This is essentially Grimmy again. It's not like you go to him, there's two copies of him, and it's not like you attack him and then he's gone. No. And he explains it basically that to show my gratitude, I will show you my most powerful technique. And he says a clone, Kenpachi was saying a clone. Stop using secret tactics. This is not a clone. I am authentic me. And basically he's saying that through his imagination I can create life. Neither one can be cleaved. Neither one can die. And my imagination has now been doubled. And basically we have a meteor. Right. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. This is not being original Kubo. This is not. It's as if, you're going to get butthurt when I say this, it's as if Kubo picked up a copy of One Piece and a copy of Naruto saw Madara create meteors. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to save that for later. Oh, picks up a copy of One Piece seeing Fujisawa. Oh, that's a great idea. I'll save for later. What is the deal with meteors? Like, what's so special about them? Oh, this motherfucker can create a meteor from the sky. Yeah, let's use it all the time now. No, let's not use it all the time. I'm sorry to be obvious here, but Kubo, no. No, this gets a 3.5 out of 5 because you can't be original with this ability. I'm sorry, but he wasn't very original with this ability of imagination in this fight because there were times where it was, and then there were times when this shit happens, and I'm like, come on. It's, I'm sorry. But anyway, at the end of that, he has doubled, and then he says, when he's like, Kabachi's like, what the fuck is that? It's a meteorite. All of Sirte will disappear as well. And that's a cop-out, to be honest with you, with Grimmy. Like, oh, yeah, you'll be destroyed, and all of Sirte, too. That's like saying, oh, I can't kill this little... I can't squash this mosquito or fly. So you know what I'll do? I'll blow up my house. But we get more after that page. No, that's not the final page. The final page is him saying, I should be the one last standing. And basically Kabachi says a meteorite. I ain't never sliced something like that up before. And it says on the side, finally, he invokes its name. This is making... Oh my god, I'm just realizing the translation. It says, this is making me hard. Oh my god. No Zarashi. Now, the translation on Manga Stream for that is Storm Scarred. Interesting. And that's the end of the chapter. Now, I'm sorry to go on the bandwagon of hating on Grimmy, but I just feel like Kubo did not take full advantage of the power of imagination for this guy. He could have done it a lot better. It was a good chapter, but Meteor. That's been done before. Like a meteor. Why can't you do something else? How about instead of a meteor, I don't know. Hey, listen. I'm just going on this. Instead of a meteor, why don't you just create something else coming out of the sky? No? Just saying. Why not have a supernova explode on Seirete? Or have rivers of fire coming down on Seirete at Zaraki? No? But the ending there was kind of interesting. The name of the sword tells me. It translates into Storm Scarred. Storm Scarred. That could mean a lot of things. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that Kenpachi's sword, his Zanbakuto, his Shikai, is essentially going to have to do something really epic. I mean, Storm Scarred, it might be really crazy shit. Like an ability, like a power will allow him to destroy the meteor and to obliterate Grimmy at the same time. But don't really know. We'll have to wait until next week for it. This was a good chapter, people, but I just question Kubo's how he handled this ability. There were times where I say to myself, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Then I think to myself, a meteor? And he imagined himself losing? No. It didn't click with me. It didn't click. I feel that this fight was good, but it could have been a whole lot better. That's that I would say. But hopefully Kenpachi, with his knowing the name now, he has the name and he's gonna say it and he's gonna really reveal his Shikai. Maybe come out and run it. And it'll be awesome. It'll be an awesome finale. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. So that's the story, people. Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Hey, this is just how I feel. It just felt like Grimmy. Kobe could have done better. You just could have done a little bit better. No more meteorites. I've seen enough meteorites. Like do something different. I mean, why is it that every three of them have to have meteorites? Naruto, One Piece, and now Bleach. What is so great about a freaking meteorite? That should be the title of the review. What is so freaking great? No, I'm not going to say it like that. But, yeah, that's the story, people. I'm Bankai 922. Storm Scarred. That sounds like an awesome Shikai. Can't wait to see it. Let's go, Kenpachi. I'm Zaraki. See you guys later. Peace.